Illinois, the trailer industry provides a preview of what's ahead for the 1.25 million Americans who live on wheels.
We are cycling past, doing a cycle past Dude's house. We're in Rockmead Avenue. Notice we've been to the shop.
Look at your lighting.
Oh yes,
and then,
yeah,
so.
patina.
Oh yeah.
And then this one as well.
You have to put oil in it.
Oh yeah, it's not one of them now.
So we're going to go now to Mr. Penny's.
Oh, good luck.
It won't be any good for you. Bandishes.
Okay. So panning on this. Okay, just panning on this.
I don't have to do any of that. I'll do all that's done after.
Okay.
All I'm.
So, it's May the 25th, 2020, and we're still in lockdown. And having all this time now, in between work, I found these the other day in the loft. These date back to the 70s. And it made me think of what we used to do, camping-wise, in the 70s and the 80s. And I found a picture when we all went camping up to the Lake District in my little Mini, when we could all fit in the car. And I've just thought to myself of how basic camping we used to do to what we have now with this pen liner. So with the pen liner now, we've got all this lovely comfortable bedding. We're off the ground. And I think in that day we had the very thin roll mats, but we were young, so we kept warm. And then as we progressed into into getting a bit more comfortable with camping, we had the self-inflating mattresses. These days we have mobiles which are all singing, all dancing. You can watch anything on it, to talk or find out anything about it. You can watch television or whatever on your phone. But in our day, back in the 80s, we had transistor radio and newspaper. If we wanted to make a phone call, we didn't have mobiles, we had to go to a phone box. I mean, we've got all these lovely lights now, but I think at the time we would have had an old torch or a lantern. This was being posh when you were camping. I think we had a torch, if that. But looking back and thinking back to the 80s, let me show you what we had. We had a camera, but then we had to also cart around at the same time this big cassette player. So this had to have a video cassette player in it. And really, if you wanted to do some filming, you could do static filming and put it down if you wanted to film. If you wanted to walk around, you had to have a second person carrying this, and it's heavy, and this. So you children of today, you don't know you're bored with your little phones that can do the iPhone. When we did progress from camping in a tent to in the 90s during our trailer tent years, we used to have a 12 volt TV which worked off 12 volt battery, 240 AC and gas. Coming from that now, this is obsolete. Doesn't work because of the digital age. What we have now is this projector, and then we project the DVD off the pen liner roof. If you just follow me. So back in the day we would have just had a torch because the campsites at the time would have had no lighting. It would just be the stars if there were any stars in the sky, or a torch. We've gone very posh now. We've got LED lighting which is on this side and on the back. Just bear with me, I'm going to turn the sun up. Okay, so just some reflections looking back on lockdown the last few weeks. It's proved we live in too fast a society. It's nice to slow down and appreciate nature around you. It's also proved as well how important your own health is, and to take care of yourself, to boost your immune levels, etc., which has helped people fight the virus. Reflections back as regards working practices. It just proves a lot of people do not need to be working in offices 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. We can do a lot of home working for those people that can do that in their jobs, and then get a nice counterbalance that they can go into the office to get the social side. People having to work from home has significantly reduced the traffic, and that is a really, really good thing environmentally again. And it's a throwback to how it was for ourselves growing up in the 60s, where it was a slower pace, not so busy, and it was a pleasure to be on the roads and walking and driving. But now, if we go back to how it used to be, it's going to be awful. And then just to conclude, tomorrow is going to be Thursday, May the 29th, I think. It's going to be the last clap for the NHS and all the other key workers. All the important people who have had to carry on working to keep the country running. It's the last clap in the UK. Let's go and have a look. And cut.
Say kids. I've never heard that one. Look at the cricket. Is it anoraks?
Yeah, that'll do.
Something like that. Is that it? Is it? I've heard something. Is that something like that? I think it is. Oh, is that what it anoraks? Why is that? Why anoraks? Is that because they're in the rain all the time? So I don't know. I can't. Yeah. Why anorak? Yeah, hold on. Well, we'll drop that one then, because you know I can't work it out myself.
Meanwhile, something good has come out of this chaos. Can you guess what it is? Do you want to have a look? Something good, something great. Oh, check that out. Psychedelic, old-fashioned bicycle light. Circa 1960/2020. She needed lights, so we've upcycled this old 60s lamp. Let's have a look. Oh yes, bit of a delay, but she is old. So that's looking good. And the rack was found, scrapped. I adapted it with some aluminium piping tubing from the old camper, believe it or not. Another lockdown lesson. I can edit this, so I'm just letting you know now.
Right, okay. So, where's my phone? Okay. Right, okay. And you had to.
Stop. Good to go.
Are these your friends? Go and tell your friends to shut up, I'm filming.
You can start whenever you want.
Okay. So.
You gotta have some fun.
Well, no, because
no, have some fun.
Yeah.
Right, so do the TV bit now.
Right.
Now you're ready.
To the trailer tent.
Start again.
Oh. Right, so this is the little end. This is the end. So let's go and have a look. Look at the door.